Let me start with a picture most seniors know too well. You go to your doctor feeling fine, just a little tired, maybe a little slower than before. The blood test comes back and the doctor says, your cholesterol is high. You sit there, confused, because you don't feel sick. You don't feel pain. But inside, your arteries are slowly getting clogged, like kitchen pipes with too much grease. And the truth is, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not one big meal that ruins your heart. It's the little daily habits, what you eat, how you sit, even how you relax at night, that slowly build up until one day the numbers are too high. That's the danger of cholesterol. It sneaks up quietly, without drama, until it's too late. Now here's the hook you need to hear. Many seniors raise their cholesterol every single day without realizing it. Not because of genetics, not because of some mysterious disease, but because of daily routines that seem harmless. And that's what we're going to break down today. 7 daily habits that slowly raise cholesterol after 60. These aren't extreme habits. They're the small, sneaky things you probably do every day. The first one is right on your breakfast table. You wake up, make your coffee, and toast some bread. But instead of a light spread, you scoop up butter like you're painting a wall. A little butter isn't the problem. The problem is when a little becomes a lot, and when it happens every morning for years. Butter, margarine, creamy spreads, they're loaded with saturated fats. And over time, these fats act like sticky glue in your bloodstream, raising your LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that clogs arteries. It doesn't stop with butter. Think about cheese on sandwiches, cream in coffee, fried eggs cooked in oil, pastries with hidden butter in every layer. You see, the human body after 60 doesn't handle fat the same way it did at 30. Your metabolism slows, your liver works harder, and every extra gram of saturated fat lingers longer. That's why seniors who say, "I've always eaten like this and never had a problem," suddenly see their cholesterol spike. And here's the kicker. It's not about one slice of cheese or one spoon of butter. It's the daily repetition, the silent routine, that makes cholesterol climb slowly and steadily. Just like dripping water wears away stone, your habits wear away artery health. So the first hidden habit, too much butter, cream, and cheese day after day. Even if it's just a little, it adds up over the years. The good news? Small swaps make a big difference. Olive oil instead of butter, avocado instead of cream cheese, a sprinkle of herbs instead of heavy sauces. These don't feel like punishments. They feel like fresh choices. And the older you get, the more powerful those small swaps become. Now, butter and cream might feel obvious, but what if I told you the second cholesterol-raising habit has nothing to do with food at all? Now let's move into a habit most seniors don't even think about because it doesn't sit on your plate. It sits in your chair. Yes, the second habit that slowly raises cholesterol isn't food, it's too much sitting. You see, the human body is like an engine. It's meant to move. When you stop moving, your engine slows down, and so does everything inside it. Your blood circulation, your metabolism, even the way your body clears cholesterol from your blood. Sitting for hours every day, whether it's watching TV, scrolling on a tablet, or just resting your legs, is one of the most dangerous habits after CE. Think about this. When you sit all day, your muscles don't contract enough to pull fat out of your blood and use it for energy. Instead, that fat stays floating around, eventually sticking to artery walls. Scientists call it reduced lipoprotein lipase activity. But let's keep it simple. Less movement means your body forgets how to clean cholesterol properly. And day after day, year after year, the mess builds up like dust on furniture you never wipe. Here's the tricky part. Many seniors think they're active enough because they cook, garden, or go shopping. But being active for 10 minutes and then sitting the next 10 hours is not balance. Your heart and blood vessels need constant reminders that they are alive, and those reminders come from movement. Now, I don't mean you have to run marathons at 70. The solution isn't extreme. It's small changes like standing up every 30 minutes, stretching while you watch TV, or taking short walks after meals. Even walking slowly around the living room helps your blood move better than sitting still. The danger of sitting is also sneaky because it feels good. After retirement, after a lifetime of working, sitting feels like a reward. But the body doesn't understand reward. It only understands movement or no movement. And no movement translates to higher cholesterol, stiffer arteries, and a bigger risk of heart disease. So if butter was the first silent trap on your breakfast table, then sitting is the trap in your living room. It's invisible. It feels innocent, but it quietly changes your blood chemistry in a way that hurts you long term. And here's a powerful image to keep in mind. Every hour you spend sitting without moving, your cholesterol quietly builds a brick in the wall of plaque inside your arteries. One brick isn't much, but over years, those bricks stack up until your blood has no space left to flow. Now we've covered butter and sitting, two very common habits. But the third one is even trickier because it hides in something most seniors love to enjoy daily: a little sweetness. Now let's talk about sweetness. The third habit that slowly raises cholesterol in seniors isn't about bacon or cheese. It's about sugar. Surprised? Many people still think cholesterol only comes from fatty foods. But the truth is, sugar can be just as sneaky, sometimes even more dangerous. Here's why. When you eat too much sugar, cookies, cakes, sodas, sweet coffee, or even that innocent daily pastry, the body turns the extra sugar into triglycerides, a type of fat in your blood. High triglycerides make your blood thicker, your arteries narrower, and your cholesterol numbers climb higher. In other words, sugar doesn't just give you cavities, it builds plaque inside your arteries. For seniors, this is especially tricky. Why? Because taste buds change with age. Many older adults lose sensitivity to salty and bitter flavors, but not to sweet. That means sugar tastes even more comforting, and you might find yourself craving it more. A little candy here, a cookie there, maybe ice cream at night. It feels small, but it adds up. Every day, those tiny doses keep your blood sugar high, your triglycerides high, and your cholesterol creeping upward. And here's the trap. Sugar hides everywhere. Not just in desserts, but in ketchup, bread, breakfast cereals, low-fat yogurt, even some so-called healthy granola bars. That's why many seniors say, "But I don't even eat sweets," while unknowingly pouring sugar into their system at every meal. Picture it like this. Sugar is like glitter. You only need a little for it to get everywhere. Once it's in your blood, it spreads chaos. It sticks to your arteries, raises inflammation, and makes it easier for cholesterol to pile up. And because sugar doesn't feel heavy or greasy, it fools you into thinking it's harmless. The solution isn't cutting out every sweet. Life after 60 should still be enjoyable. But it does mean being mindful. Swap soda for sparkling water with lemon. Replace cookies with a piece of fruit. Cut your sugar and coffee by half. Those tiny shifts can lower your triglycerides within weeks, and your cholesterol will thank you. And here's a motivating fact. Seniors who reduce daily sugar often see not just lower cholesterol, but also clearer thinking, better memory, and more energy. Why? Because sugar highs and crashes make you sluggish, while stable blood sugar keeps your whole body running smoother. So, we've talked about butter, sitting, and sugar, the unholy trio of senior cholesterol. But there's another daily habit that feels harmless, even comforting, yet slowly damages your arteries. And it comes in a glass. Let's pour ourselves into the fourth daily habit that raises cholesterol: too much alcohol. Now, I know what some seniors might be thinking, but my doctor said a glass of red wine is good for the heart. And yes, in small amounts, certain drinks may have some benefits. The problem is what small means. For many, that one glass quietly turns into 2, maybe 3. And when it happens daily, it's no longer a heart helper. It becomes a heart burden. Here's the simple truth. Alcohol is broken down in your liver. Your liver is also the organ in charge of managing cholesterol. When you drink too much, the liver gets distracted. Instead of balancing cholesterol, it spends all its energy processing the alcohol. The result? Cholesterol builds up, triglycerides shoot up, and your risk of fatty liver increases. That combination is like pouring oil into an already clogged engine. And here's something most seniors don't realize. The body's ability to process alcohol weakens with age. At 30, your liver can handle a little more. At 60 or 70, even a normal amount hits harder. So what feels like a light drink actually lingers in your system longer. stressing your heart and arteries more than before. Another hidden danger is the type of alcohol. Beer, for example, doesn't just bring alcohol. It also packs in carbs that raise blood sugar and triglycerides. Cocktails often come with sugary mixers that double the damage. And even wine, when poured generously every night, adds up faster than you think. It's not about cutting alcohol out of your life completely, unless your doctor says so. It's about balance. If you drink, measure it, literally. Use a smaller glass. Skip a day or two each week. Pair alcohol with water so you drink less overall. And remember this, alcohol should be an occasional treat, not part of your daily fuel. Here's a picture that might stay with you. Every extra drink is like adding a fresh coat of grease to the inside of your arteries. You don't see it, you don't feel it right away, but over the years, it leaves its mark. Now we've covered butter, sitting, sugar, and alcohol. 4 habits that slowly but surely raise cholesterol in seniors. But there's still one more that's even easier to overlook, because it doesn't come from food or drink at all. It comes from doing nothing. Now let's step into the 5th daily habit that silently raises cholesterol in seniors. Doing nothing about stress. You might be surprised. After all, stress sounds like a mental problem, not a cholesterol problem. But here's the secret many seniors don't realize. Stress doesn't stay in your head. It flows through your whole body, and one of the places it leaves its fingerprints is your blood. When you're stressed, maybe about money, about your health, about your children or grandchildren, your body releases hormones like cortisol. Cortisol is like an alarm system. It tells your body, something's wrong, store energy, prepare for a fight. And the way your body stores energy is by raising blood sugar and fat levels. That fat includes cholesterol. In other words, the more stressed you are, the more your body quietly pumps out cholesterol as fuel you don't even need. Here's the tricky part. Many seniors think they're past stress because they're retired. But retirement doesn't erase stress. It just changes its shape. Instead of worrying about deadlines or bosses, you might worry about medical bills, medications, loneliness, or even boredom. The mind still churns and the body still reacts. The danger comes when stress becomes a daily companion, like background noise. You don't notice it, but it's always humming. And while it hums, your cholesterol climbs. Worse yet, stress often leads to comfort habits. Snacking, sitting more, drinking more, which double the damage. Think of stress like a leaky faucet. One drip doesn't flood the house, but let it drip day and night, and soon the whole floor is ruined. That's what stress does to your arteries. It keeps dripping cholesterol into your bloodstream until one day it's too late. So what can you do? The answer isn't don't stress. That's impossible. The answer is to manage it. Take slow walks. Listen to calming music. Pray, meditate, or simply sit quietly with a cup of tea. Share your worries with someone you trust instead of holding them inside. Even laughing more lowers stress hormones and protects your heart. Here's the hook. If you don't deal with stress, your cholesterol will. And it will deal with it by clogging your arteries. So far, we've exposed 5 silent cholesterol-raising habits. Too much butter, too much sitting, too much sugar, too much alcohol, and too much stress. Each one is dangerous on its own, but when combined, they create the perfect storm for high cholesterol. And now we move to the 6th habit, the one many seniors overlook because it feels like no big deal. But this one might surprise you the most. Now we've reached the final daily habit that slowly raises cholesterol in seniors, and it's one you might not expect. Skipping healthy foods that fight cholesterol. Yes, sometimes the danger isn't only what you eat too much of, it's what you don't eat enough of. Here's what I mean. After 60, many people get set in their ways. Breakfast becomes the same toast and butter. Lunch is the same sandwich. Dinner rotates between a few favorites. But what's missing from many senior diets is fiber, especially the kind found in fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains. Fiber is like a sponge inside your body. It soaks up excess cholesterol and carries it out before it sticks to your arteries. Without enough fiber, cholesterol just floats freely, building up layer by layer like paint on a wall. Another missing hero is healthy fat, the kind from nuts, seeds, and fish. These foods bring omega-3 fatty acids, which don't just lower cholesterol, they also calm inflammation, keeping arteries flexible instead of stiff. Yet many seniors avoid nuts because they feel too heavy, or skip fish because it smells strong. The result? The protective shield against cholesterol is gone, and only the bad fats remain. Even water plays a role. Many older adults drink less water to avoid bathroom trips, but dehydration makes blood thicker, making it easier for cholesterol and triglycerides to stick around. Think of your bloodstream like a river. When the river flows strong, it washes debris away. When it dries up, the debris piles up. So the sixth dangerous habit isn't about adding harmful things, but about subtracting the good ones your body desperately needs. Every day without fiber, without healthy fats, without water is another day cholesterol wins. Now let's step back. We've covered 7 sneaky habits. 1, too much butter and cream. 2, too much sitting. 3, too much sugar. 4, too much alcohol. 5, ignoring stress. 6, skipping healthy foods. 7, and woven through them all. The habit of letting small things slide day after day. The truth is, high cholesterol in seniors is rarely caused by one dramatic choice. It's the little things, repeated quietly, that pile up inside your body until the arteries can't take it anymore. But here's the good news. Just as daily habits raise cholesterol, daily habits can lower it too. Replace butter with olive oil. Walk for 10 minutes after lunch. Cut sugar in half. Trade a drink for water. Take deep breaths when stress creeps in. Add an apple or a handful of walnuts to your day. These changes are small, but they stack up just as powerfully as the bad habits, only in your favor. And here's the hook I want you to remember. Cholesterol doesn't rise overnight, and it doesn't have to fall overnight. It's a long game. Every better choice you make today is one brick removed from the wall inside your arteries. The more bricks you take out, the freer your blood flows, and the stronger your heart beats. So ask yourself tonight, which of these 7 habits is sneaking into your life? And more importantly, which one will you change tomorrow? Because your future heart health doesn't depend on a giant decision. It depends on the small daily choices that, together, either protect you or slowly harm you.